Hove trainer Belinda Green is one of the most ambitious trainers around, and she's had a great year, finally getting that Category 1 success she desperately wanted when she won the Sussex Cup back in July.
It's definitely been our best year since I took over the licence, so yeah, I'm super happy, but hopefully not done yet. It was my best night in racing, obviously, not only just because we won our first Cat 1. I was really happy to win it, obviously, at Hove, which has been our home for the last couple of years now, and obviously I've grown up pretty much next door to it. Obviously Sussex Cup, I think it was the 50th running of the Sussex Cup, so it's a really nice prestigious competition to win. And obviously we had 3 other winners on the evening as well, so having 4 winners on a big evening like that it was great fun.
I watched your interview after the race. You were quite overcome, speechless. I'm not quite sure. Not a state I've seen you in before, but now it's all sunk in. Does it just feel amazing?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. To be fair, I remember how I felt watching the race, and I remember obviously we've been second in quite a few Cat 1s now, and I remember as he's come off the last bend with Warzone Tom and Havana Bale out behind him, I just shut my eyes and hoped that he just kept pulling, bless him. Obviously he did. Gary's come over and met me in the middle of the track, and we both just kind of looked at each other like, we actually won one. But no, it's a great feeling. It's kind of sunk in a little bit now, and yeah, we're ready to crack on and see how we can do for the rest of the year and obviously in the future years.
We've all been very familiar with your kennels for a long time now, but do you feel like that win is going to sort of cement your place as, hopefully more of an open race trainer?
I'd hope so, but I mean for us it's, obviously we do have the graded attachment at Hove, and we want to do open racing as well. We want to I want to have my cake and I want to eat it too. I want to do, I'm young, I'm ambitious, and I want to do as much as I can all the time I'm here doing it.
So Ninja Kerry, Sussex Cup champion, what's going to be next for him?
He's actually going to go into Romford. We're going to give him a couple of weeks there for prep, and he's going to go into the Champion Stakes.
He hasn't been in the kennel that long actually, has he?
No, we didn't have him a huge amount of time before. Obviously he went pretty much straight into the Derby for us after a couple of trials. Made it to the 3rd round. Obviously at that point it's my first ever Derby entry as well, so it was quite a big thing for us as a team. Obviously got knocked out 3rd round, and we thought, well, his trials were good round Hove. He's got 29.24 I believe over the 500. He was struggling a little bit with the travelling up to Toaster, so we thought we'll pull him back, we'll go for the Sussex Cup, and we'll see how he goes. Obviously I changed the seeding from wide to middle. Didn't think for 1 minute I would be in 2 twice, but that's the luck of the draw, unfortunately. Luckily in the final he handled it well enough and obviously did his job. So yeah, he's been amazing for us so far.
You took him to Monmore as well for the Gold Cup, and he seems to have lost his trapping boots on the way to Monmore.
No, I think, to be fair, I think that was probably my fault, to be honest. I think it was poor placement. Now, hindsight's a wonderful thing, obviously. I think going from 515 to then 480 at Monmore is a very kind of different kettle of fish, and perhaps, like I say, it was poor placement on my part. So we're going to kind of stick into a stiff 4 bends or a soft 6 bends and see how he goes from there.
We've got plenty of other dogs to follow here as well. I know you struggled to narrow it down for us, but Low Pressure is a lovely dog. I've loved this dog today. What do you call him?
Loony Larry.
And he is a little bit loony, but he's also hopefully going to be a very good dog. He won well for you on Sussex Cup final night, having gone out in the first round of that competition.
Yeah, we asked a bit much of him. Again, we haven't had him particularly long either. We put him straight in the Sussex Cup more because I wanted to give him a 515 blowout and see how he went. And to be fair, it was a really hard heat, and he handled himself well. Obviously the Sussex Cup final night he won the puppy, again ran superbly well. We knew 515 was still going to be a little bit less, he needed to go further, so that's why we thought it'd be the perfect opportunity going to Monmore. Obviously he ran superbly well in the first round of the Summer Stayers, popped out, ran really well, 38.05 I believe it was. Unfortunately went out in the semi-final when Call of Aniati and him wanted exactly the same place, but that is what it is.
So big future over 6 bends for him?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. He's only just turned 2 this month, so we've tried to kind of bide our time, and that's why we chose Monmore before. Obviously 710 at Perry Bar is a lot different, it's a lot harder kettle of fish as such, so we'll see how he goes. He's a young dog, he'll keep improving, so fingers crossed he's going the right way.
We've also got BETSYS Bullet here, who is at a GP Sydney in Ballymac Razzler. She's just a June 20, but she won again for you on that very special night, the Coral Bitches.
Yeah, she's been a nice little bitch for us so far. Obviously she came in season when we first got her. So obviously that put us back a few months. She had terrible trouble with her tail, so I've had to, as much as Billy loves me for doing this, I've had to obviously give her quite a short tail, but that's given, you know, she's a lot happier with that. I think she's had 6 open runs for us so far, and she's won 3 of them, 2 of which she could have been very close to, but obviously poor draws are a poor draw. I think quite a lot of this bitch, she's learning at the same time as we're learning about her. So when she's in front, she looks like a superstar, but how many are like that, you know? So it's a matter of, we've got to figure out how to get her to, you know, kind of educate herself a little bit when she's in behind, and she'll start prepping for the Oaks now and see how she gets on.
Again, bless her little tail doesn't stop wagging.
No, she's very, very happy, bless her. No, she is happy, and it does wag a lot, bless her.
Distant Oscar is another one here, just on October 20, also out of Jupiter Sydney. And Distant Lucy has just won a run for Puppy Cup trial stake in 24:11. That looks promising.
Yeah, he's literally just come into us. He's only had 2 trials at Hove and the 1 race at Romford. He came in from Patrick Jansen's. So I think quite a lot of this little fella, to be honest, once he's taken a couple of weeks just to kind of settle a little bit. He's very vocal in the kennel, shall we say. But no, I think quite a lot of him. If we can get him to consistently trap, I think Romford will definitely be the track for him. Obviously with the Puppy Cup round the corner, you know, if he can keep trapping like he did the other night, I think he'll get better with more regular running, and as obviously he settles into a new routine and everything. So I think fingers crossed, and obviously barring draws and everything, he could go quite well.
SELSEY Bullet is the last one. This is a brand new dog to the kennel. She hasn't even raced yet.
Yeah, she's a lovely little bitch, to be fair. She came in with another bitch called Belinda's Bullet, and we won't go any further with the naming of that one. It wasn't my idea. But no, she's a lovely bitch. She's only April 21. She had 2 sprints for us. She's taken a little while to settle in. She's been a little bit funny with her eating. And she's a big bitch as well. She'll probably be about 31 and a half kilos. Hopefully in a few weeks' time. So she won the trial the other day, and she did 30:02, I believe, with the going. So that's going to put you kind of A3, A4 already, and she is only a baby. She looks like she'll stay in time. Obviously that's a long way off at the moment, but fingers crossed, if she can we'll just keep her ticking over, and hopefully she'll just keep learning and improving. And then the aim for her will be toaster for the Puppy Oaks, but it may come around a little bit soon for her, but we'll just see how we go week by week.
Yeah, she's only in April 21, so maybe the viewers can nick a couple of graded races with her in the meantime, if the racing manager's kind. Is this the best kennel of dogs you've had?
It's 100%, I'd say so, yeah. I mean, I've obviously never had a Cat 1 winner in my kennel, but no, we've got a really nice team, and they're all young, and, you know, in theory, onwards and upwards with them, and hopefully, you know, if we can, you know, win plenty of races and keep improving, get into these competitions in the finals, then we'll be happy. All the time we're improving.